Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Juliet, and in today's video, we are going to use YNAB to discuss my spending in January 2023. So, in total, I have spent $3,368.78 in January, and we are going to go through category by category and discuss where all my money went. Just for reference, I do make $2,645 currently per paycheck, and I get paid on a semi monthly basis. So my total income is around $5,200 a month. So I am definitely spending under my income, which is always a good thing. But let's go ahead and get started. So we'll start with the biggest category, which is monthly fixed expenses. And these are your typical things that you need to survive. I had to pay rent. I pay $800 in rent, and then my fiance, he actually Venmos his portion of rent, which is $800. And then we have one bank account where all the rent gets taken out of, which is an account that I have control over. So our rent for this month was $1,763.01. Additionally, I did start to use Mint Mobile. So I've been on my parents' or my mom's Verizon phone plan for many years now, but I'm a big girl now, and it was definitely time to switch over to Mint Mobile. My fiance and I, we literally signed up for Mint Mobile on the very last day of their little promo where you could get 3 months for free if you signed up with a 3-month plan. So that's exactly what we did. We did split the cost on this. So my portion was 106.14, and I'm very pleased with the service. I don't really see any difference between Verizon and Mint Mobile. I believe Mint Mobile is through a T-Mobile tower. Not 100% sure on that, but I don't see any difference on the service. And, if I can save my mom money so she doesn't have to pay for my phone bill, then, I feel a lot more grown up by doing this. Next, we have car insurance. So I split this with my fiance. My portion was 103.38. We also had our electric bill, another split bill for $61. Internet, that's $30 a month, which is again split with my fiance. Renter's insurance was $6.39. Again, another split bill. And then iCloud, which is only for my phone, is 99 cents. So now let's talk about variable expenses. For groceries, spent $437.43 on groceries. We did have 2 regular bi-weekly grocery trips, so you can see that on the 4th and the 16th. These are our typical grocery store runs. We go twice a month or try to go twice a month, but we were kind of running low on food, and I had some extra money to spare in my grocery category. So I actually did one Publix run by myself. I didn't split this with my fiance, and I spent $144.79. But the other two here at the bottom were expenses, or they were grocery trip runs that I split with my fiance. In terms of gas, again, I only get gas about twice a month. I am very happy about that. I'm very lucky that I do have a job where I primarily work from home, and gas has been under $45 a tank, which is fabulous. And then Nespresso pods. So we are doing the easy order through Nespresso's website. I split this with my fiance, and my portion was $39.02. And I believe this gets us like 7 or 8 sleeves. It's a pretty good deal in my opinion. I mean, espresso pods are very expensive compared to ground coffee beans or Keurig, but like my fiance says, we got to have some luxury in our lives, and we decided to spend it on espresso pods because we're not really spending too much money on ourselves to begin with. Then we have Amazon Subscribe and Save. This is just really for household items and my dog's wet food. So, we got a restock of our dish soap for $6.44. Tide, the laundry detergent for $9.56, and wet dog food, 2 cases of that cost $21.63. Again, all of these are split with my fiance. Then parking. Ugh. So this $25 parking, I wrote a little note here. This was like there was a conference going on in downtown Atlanta. Parking was extremely expensive. I normally can pay about $10, but because there was a conference, it was $25. And the parking lot next to that was $50. So no bueno. And then I did get lucky the next time I went, and parking was $8.99, which is the lowest I've ever paid for parking. It was like an early bird special. And then Peach Pass. So I've gone through Peach Pass, which is the tolls in the state of Georgia, enough that it charged me $20 to refill my Peach Pass ballots. Let's move on to my hidden categories since I kind of skipped over that. So these are hidden categories because, well, I've hid them from my budget. Some of these are from my miscellaneous personal spending. Some of these are for my blog that I no longer run, and some of these are for the wedding. So, first thing, we'll start at the bottom. So I did have to pay the last month of Google Suite for my blog that I sold. That was $6. Thankfully, this is the last time I have to pay for Google Suite, which allowed me to have a custom domain name at the end of my email. But again, no longer have to pay for this since I sold my blog. Then I actually signed up for a 5K race on the 15th of January, and that was $32.80. That was a really fun time, really cold. I injured my left foot, but it's fine. I'm very proud of myself that I was able to run the 5K without stopping, but as a consequence, injured my foot. We actually went ahead and bought my fiance his suit from Express, and for all of it, for the jacket, the shirt, pants, tie, shoes, and socks, I think we got a great deal. It was $550.35. One thing I want to point out about any of the elopement expenses, it does seem like I'm paying for all of it, but we are really, I wouldn't say we're splitting the cost, but we're combining our elopement funds together. So his elopement fund is actually in my budget. I'm not actually paying for all of this. My fiance is definitely paying for the elopement, just like I'm also paying for the elopement. It's just, it happens to be that I'm tracking all the expenses on my YNAB. So it's a little bit skewed, I would say, when we look at what I spent, because if it comes to the elopement, it's technically I'm not 100% fronting the cost, um, but yeah. Anyways, I also paid for alterations for my wedding dress. That was only $80 because I just need a hem. So I was shocked. It was only $80. I thought it was going to be like, 100 plus or something, but we'll see what the final result looks like, of course. And then I signed up for another 5K race in February. That is $31.20 because of my left foot being injured and I'm recovering from it. I'm definitely walking this 5K with my dog. Debts. So I only made my minimum monthly payment to my car in January. Right now, I'm kind of hoarding cash just so I can feel a bit more comfortable in this job market, because a lot of individuals in the tech field have been laid off. I do work in tech. I do worry about being laid off. I mean, most people were laid off or something reduced in hours during COVID-19. So I've had that experience being laid off, and it was very scary. It was very just like sudden. And I'm just preferring to hoard cash right now, just for my own level of comfort during this kind of weird time in food and drinks. So I did eat out a little bit more than I regularly do. The first thing was I got food when I went to work one day. We went to like this Greek kind of it was like a Chipotle almost, but for Greek food, and it was $14.10. Then I got Panera with my twin sister, and I decided to pay for it, and that was $41.16 for our two you pick two meals. And then I did get Chipotle with my best friend, and I paid for the whole thing because her Uber Eats app wasn't working, and then she just gave me, or I charged her for half of what our total order was, so she gave me $22.13. Then haircut. I did get a haircut. Very happy with that. So I tipped my hairdresser $25 and the haircut was $55 in total for a grand total of $80, which I don't think is too bad for a woman's haircut, and I love my hair, so it's totally worth it to me. Then we had personal care. So I did three different Amazon purchases. The first is for $38.66. I got oil cleanser for my makeup to take off my makeup, multivitamins, and facial oil to moisturize my face. I have been having pretty difficult time falling asleep, so I got melatonin gummies for $14.09. Honestly, they have not been working for me. So that's pretty sad. Injured my foot when I ran that 5K. I think I'm self-diagnosing myself with plantar fasciitis. So I found this sock on Amazon that's kind of like a compression sock, but it only wraps around like your ankle and like only part of your foot. So I got that for $18.28. I mean, my foot is improving, but I just whatever I can do to mitigate the pain, I'll do it. So, yeah. Fun money. Let's see. Yeah, so my fiance and I, we split this cost. We wanted to get these hanging baskets for the kitchen to kind of conserve on space since we do live in an apartment. And we got them for $18.55. Well, that was my portion. And to be honest with you, we should have measured before we bought them. We were able to find a place for them, just not in our ideal location. But they're still functional, and we do like using them for, holding towels and because it has like a little basket and also a side where you can hang towels on it. I actually bought side tables for our couch because we don't have any like side tables or anything to really hold our drinks or anything. We kind of just use a coffee table, but it's kind of low to the ground. So it's kind of awkward if you're trying to eat off of them. So these side tables kind of act as like dinner trays as well. And I really like them. My fiance did give me permission, I guess you could say, or we agreed. We mutually agreed that I could buy the tables and then use our Amazon Prime points to basically break even on the purchase. So yeah, so I really, I guess you can say, didn't spend money on the side tables because we used our Amazon points. So yeah, not too shabby. Clothing and shoes. So my twin sister, when we went to the 5K, she had offered to buy us these headbands that, cover your ears. So when we were running, we wouldn't feel as cold. So I just paid her $10 for my ear warmer, and I actually really like it. Then we have pet. So Mr. Dakota, he had his medication reordered. So we always get 3 boxes every 6 weeks. My fiance and I split this cost. It was $128.96. And yeah, his medicine is very pricing for his Cushing's disease, but he's definitely worth it. Finally, for medical, so I'll just click here. I went to the eye doctors, and my vision insurance, VSP, does not cover the contact lens exam fee. So I just had to pay $25 for that. And that is completely fine with me. And luckily, once I was done with my eye doctor's appointment, I was able to use my limited purpose FSA to pay for my contact lenses for the year and new prescription glasses as well. So I'm very fortunate that I have that limited purpose FSA from my job, but very happy I also don't have to pay out of pocket for those two very necessary items for my vision. That concludes my spending for January 2023. Again, $3,368.78. Last month in December, my spending was $2,800. So we're definitely up this month. But granted, we did buy some things for the elopement, such as my fiance's suit, as well as alterations for my dress. So that definitely kind of ups my spending. But that's totally fine and definitely necessary. And I'm very excited for my next budget with me. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I post YNAB budget with me's twice a month, and as well as spending reports and debt freedom updates. So yeah, I would love to have you here, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.